What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Blah, my allergies. So firstly, please pay no mind to my spot. Hate it. And secondly, this is going to be a get ready with me review sort of video. I haven't done a makeup look in a while and I wanted to do that with you. And I also wanted to review a new product. It's newer. I wouldn't say it's the most new foundation to Sephora, but it's the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation, and mine is in the shade Fair. I haven't tried this yet. I just purchased it like 2 days ago, so I wanted to give it a shot, and I've heard a lot of good reviews in terms of like how well of a foundation it is, but I've heard a lot of reviews on how messy it is. So I'm going to be taking you through that. I'm going to try it on. I'm getting ready for the day, so I wanted to do like a chatty get ready with me / review of this main product here. So yeah, mine is in this shade Fair. So first things first, there are some like instructions. You have to shake it pretty well first, and then it has one of these sort of pipette dropper sort of things, kind of like my Tarte water foundation. So you kind of do the cap like that and this bit pops up, and then you're supposed to press this down to load the foundation into the pipette dropper, and then you unscrew it. And as you can see, like I played around with the tester in Sephora, it's a very small hole with a giant pipette dropper. So I could see how this gets messy quite easily. So I'm just going to drop a few drops onto the back of my hand here. This is supposed to be pretty light coverage but buildable. And I'm going to be applying mine. Totally forgot to put on my primer. Let's see if I can do this with this on the back of my hand. I'm going to be using the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. I've already moisturized and put on my brows. So I'm just going to be doing that. I was thinking of doing my Becca primer, but I figured with both of these being, with the Becca primer and the Becca foundation both being very similar, I didn't want to give the appeal of being too luminous, if you know what I mean. So, and then I really want to see how this works on its own. So, just going to smooth this out. This is one of my favorite primers. I love this because it also doubles as a moisturizer. So 2-in-1, super convenient. Okay, so now that I've got my primer on, I'm going to apply this with a wet, damp beauty blender. I can tell you already that I'm not a huge fan of the packaging for the Becca primer. The packaging is obviously a lot different. It's got a pump, so a lot more convenient. I kind of wish that they had done the similar packaging for the foundation, but let's see how this works. Well, I can tell you already that I think I did a good job at picking out my shade, because it seems to be a pretty close match. It's definitely light to medium buildable coverage, I'd say. But it seems to be gliding onto my skin fairly well. Seems to be blending out pretty well. Does anybody else make really awkward faces when they're applying makeup? Because I do. Yeah, I would say that that's pretty light coverage. Definitely buildable, I'd say. But it seems to be blending well. I wanted to go with the theme of doing like a very dewy, luminous application, so versus using like a foundation or a stippling brush to apply my foundation, I thought I'd go with using a damp beauty blender. And as you can see, it's blending out pretty well. Probably just do like one more pump. Just to make sure that I hit all of the areas. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more pump into the back of my hand. Ooh, interesting. Just for my forehead here. I think that in terms of like the packaging being really messy and such, you'd have to be like really careful with putting the dropper back in, because from the reviews that I've read, that's where the mess is happening. When people are putting the pipette dropper back into the bottle, the foundation is just kind of like sloshing off the side of the like seam here around the cap. So, and that can be a waste of product. So far I really like this in terms of it's giving me a really healthy looking luminosity to my skin. So I'm really liking that. It is definitely light coverage, so if you're somebody who has like a lot of dark spots or are looking for more of a full coverage sort of foundation, this might not be the foundation for you. But if you are really truly looking for just like glowy, dewy looking skin, then I think that this is a great foundation. Now for somebody with like really oily skin, this might not work as well, but so far I'm really liking it, but we'll see how it lasts throughout the day. I'm not a huge fan of the packaging, like I said, so we'll see how that goes. And then next I'm just going to apply my favorite concealer right now, which is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin, and I am in the shade, what shade am I in? Fair. Go figure. And I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes in a triangle shaped motion. And then around my nose and on any spots I might have, like this Mount Vesuvius of a spot over here, which is really annoying. Blend that out with my damp beauty blender. I love applying foundation with a damp beauty blender. There are mornings where I can't really be bothered to dampen the beauty blender, but if you do have time to do that, I will say that it makes a tremendous difference to the application of your foundation. It makes it just apply so much more flawlessly to the skin, I feel. And then I'm just going to take this on my eyelids to cover up any redness or veins that I have. And you can't really tell until you get like super close to my eye, but on this eye I have a scar. Funny story, I used to have a cat when I was a child named Midnight, and it was terrified of loud sounds and vacuum cleaners especially, and my mother was vacuuming around the house, and Midnight was sitting on the couch with me and got spooked and just jumped and clawed my eyelid. So I have a bit of a scar from that. This concealer is really great at covering up spots, but this particular spot is like under the skin as well. So it's not just a spot that's red, it's a spot that's like swollen under my skin. That sounds super attractive, I know, but you know. So now that all of my concealer and my foundation is blended out, I am going to go in and set that with my Bourjois Healthy Balance Matte setting powder, and mine is in the shade, what are you? 52 Vanilla, I believe. I'm just going to set that with my Real Techniques, what are you, setting brush. I love this brush so much. I'm just going to set my under eyes because this concealer will crease a bit. I got this off of Amazon for like $9, I believe. And I've just heard so many great things about it. But it is not a brand that's sold in the US, so got it off of Amazon for like $9, I believe, which is not bad. And then I'm just gonna set my T-zone just so I don't experience any sort of oiliness throughout the day. And again, this is a matte, healthy setting powder. So I'm just gonna set any places where I would normally get a bit oily. Right here in my cheeks, like literally not over here, but like right here next to my nose is where I get a little bit oily throughout the day. So I'm just gonna set that. And that's that. So next I'm going to go in, my hair. I'm going to go in with bronzer, and today I think I'm going to use my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. This is in Milk Chocolate Soleil, and stretch. Recently I've really been liking applying my bronzer, I don't know why, with this e.l.f. brush. I don't know the name of it, but I got it at Target for like $3, I believe, and it's sort of this paddle brush. So I've just been applying my bronzer to the sides of it, like so, tapping off any excess, and then just dusting that lightly on my cheeks. If you've never tried this bronzer, you seriously need to. It suits a million different types of skin tones. It smells like chocolate. It's pretty amazing. And it blends really, really nicely. So I'm just going to warm up my face slightly. Nothing too crazy today. And to the temples of my forehead. Down my nose. And then my neck. Just warming up my face, not really contouring or anything like that. My neck is so pale. Is that normal? I feel like my neck is really pale. I'm just gonna take Buck and keep blending that into all over my lid and my crease. And then I'm going to take a different fluffy brush, and which one do I want to use? I will use my Morphe E28 brush and dip that into the shade Dark Horse here. It's a really pretty, what would you call this? It's kind of like a dark brown with gold in it. And blend that into my into the outer V of my eye to kind of give it a bit of a smoky look. Okay, kind of give it a smoky bit. And then I'm just going to take my small Real Techniques shading brush and dip this into the shade Virgin here. It's a really pretty pearly, sort of pinky white color. And just under my eyebrow, or under the brow bone here. And into the corners. And that is it for my eyeshadow. super simple. And I'm just going to take my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, of course, but of course, just gonna, I am not pro at applying a wing liner, but I am trying to perfect it. So I'm just doing a little bit of a flick, but that's it, just to the outer corner, nothing major. Do those match? A little bit. Like I said, I am no pro. And then I think I am going to go in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love this mascara, but sometimes the wand is just too massive for my tiny little eyeballs. And then I'm just going to go in with my pretty Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick in Walk of Shame, which is this beautiful color right here. And let me hair down. And that is the finished look. So overall, I really am liking this foundation so far. I think it's really beautiful on the skin. I will let you guys know how it lasted throughout the day. But yeah, that is my finished Get Ready With Me review video, and I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to watch future videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!